Kensil Culture, Puppets, Props, Puns, Podcasts.
Hey everybody, welcome back. You know what time it is? It's story time with John Kensil.
Hey everybody, it's story time with John Kensil. I mentioned my friend a lot.
Yes.
His name is Al. No last names are needed in this story. He's a very good friend of mine. I've known him since 1979.
Great guy.
We worked at a pizza parlor together, and we all have different hobbies and interests of our life. Al loves living history, recreating Civil War, Revolutionary War, World War I incidences and stuff like that.
He was, but all three of them, wasn't he? He was
Yes.
World War I impersonator? No.
They hate that. Don't ever say it's a living history reenactor. Not people that run through the woods in their costumes. It's because it's all authentic
Right.
uniforms, wooden buttons, and stuff like that. And they all living history, they call it. And they're 100% behind it. And they believe it preserves things. It's very neat seeing an actual historical event.
It's like crossplay or whatever.
Cosplay, but
for adults or for history buffs.
Yeah, it's very interesting because they don't break character. When Al really got into it, probably as a teen, he had an uncle that was involved, and he really got involved. And it's like interesting, and especially Philadelphia is the number one history city in the country, birthplace of the Declaration of Independence.
More Union soldiers passed through Philadelphia than anywhere else because they would ship them from all over the northern states to Philadelphia, and then they'd ship them down to southern battlefields.
And because they loved our pizzas and cheesesteaks, and there's a couple of good McDonald's. But so Al joined a group of reenactors, and they're called the 110 Pennsylvania Infantry.
Is that named after a real one?
Yeah, there's a recreation of that because there's Pennsylvania, all right? Well, one time we went down the shore for the summer for senior week, which is what people in the area do around here. Yeah, you spend the year after graduating from high school, you go down to the Jersey Shore or to the Jersey Shore. I don't know what people say it too, down the shore. You're not going down anywhere. You're going across. You're not going to like southern. But anyway, we went there, and Al got these big lettering of like multicolored lettering and wrote on his trunk, 110 Pennsylvania Infantry. It fit across the back of his 1982 Chevy Impala 4-door. Okay?
Oh, he's just bragging.
Yes. Well, we went to a hotel one night with our friends, and everybody was drinking, like you just pounding beers away, right?
That's what you do down the shore.
Yes, and we couldn't stay in the hotel because it was people throwing pizza and breaking windows and knocking sinks off walls. It was like a total animal house. It was a really horrible hotel in Wildwood, New Jersey. So Al and I slept in his car. He had the front seat, I had the back seat. In the middle of the night, the car starts rocking up and down. And Al's like, what's going on here? And he looks up, and one of our friends is completely naked, shoving his rear end against the windshield. And he goes, you're going to wreck the car. Get out of here. Knock it over. And he got so mad. And he gets out of the car. Somebody, when we were sleeping in it, took the lettering for 110 Pennsylvania Infantry and rearranged it and like peeled letters apart to make letters and made it say smoke pot. And he was infuriated because it desecrated his car.
And Al's not that type of guy.
No, he was very, very. A story like this. All right, so I could combine two stories, but the same hotel. Weeks later, we were down at the hotel, and it's very cool when you're young. You go, I'll hang out and drink all night long. Well, this one night, Al, my friend Ray, and I said, I want to go home. There's nothing like sleeping in your own bed. Even when you're younger, your bed's your bed, not some dumpy, mosquito-infested murder hotel, Charles Manson, bed bug ranch
critters.
Yeah. So we leave Wildwood, New Jersey, and you take the Lansing Expressway to Garden Parkway. No, Garden Parkway to Lansing Expressway, then come home to Philadelphia. You have to go this way and make it left and go to Philadelphia. So I'm in the back of the car. I fall asleep. My friend Al's driving, and my friend Ray. It's 3 o'clock in the morning, leaving Wildwood, New Jersey.
Birthplace of rock and roll.
Yes. I wake up, the sunlight is hitting me in the eyes. I'm like, wait a minute. It's it took us 3.5 hours to get to Philadelphia. It's like a 60-mile drive. And my friend Al's driving, and he goes, that doesn't look like Philadelphia to me. What's the Statue of Liberty doing there? He went north on the Garden Expressway instead of going to Philadelphia.
Oh, my goodness.
And my friend Ray goes, what's wrong with you? You don't know how to drive, do you? And they got into a big argument. He threw him out of the car.
And he had smoked pot in the back. That's probably why he got lost.
So we drove about 2 miles, and we go, we can't leave him there. So we made a U-turn and picked our friend back up. We got home about 10 o'clock in the morning, right? But it was just, things happen, but it was just a funny incident. So, but Al loves history, and he's very dedicated to history. He reads history books. He loves watching the History Channel, and he's just very, very knowledgeable. Okay. Well, we went down to Baltimore, the Baltimore Harbor.
Okay. Where the first shots of the Civil War were actually fired.
Right. Oh,
in the harbor.
He told me something interesting too. Was it whatever the first musket shots of the Civil War were on this one man's property, right? The Civil War goes on for 4 years. The man whose property it started on, he moved somewhere else. The war ended on his front lawn. It started and ended on this guy's front lawn where they signed the treaty yet. So now
incredible coincidences.
So Al and I go to the Baltimore Harbor, and we go to where Francis Scott Key wrote.
Yes.
Star Spangled Banner.
I had my tie. He wrote the Star Spangled Banner.
Yes. Rockets, red glare.
He was a lawyer.
Yes. Well, we go there, and Al's talking to a history enthusiast who gives tours.
Okay.
And we're talking to somebody at the Baltimore Harbor, and Al says to this old guy, "Was it true they put the Americans, the colonial, we don't call them Americans yet, put fleur de lis in the river, right?"
Say that again, John.
Al asked this old man, "Did they put? Excuse me, can I ask you a question, sir? Did they put fleur de lis in the river, in the body of water, so they couldn't attack?" And the guy goes, "Fleur de lis? What the hell is that?" And here it's like telephone poles they would embed in the bay, right? So the ships couldn't come up; they would hit it. That was some tactic called fleur de lis, right?
That's a French
for
word
I guess
for like a spike.
Yes.
At the end of the thing. Right?
Yeah, and this guy
in the Middle Ages.
Oh, well, this guy was an idiot. He's talking about, and he goes, "I've been doing this for 30 years. I've never heard that. What are you talking about?" And I was like, "This guy's a moron." Right? So he's peeved. Like he went to ask the guy, "Can you tell me, is there any remnants still in the Baltimore Harbor?" But here it actually was a thing. They would put like spikes out of the ground so the boats would hit it. And but here was a tactic called fleur de lis, right? So we go to the Baltimore Harbor, all right? And here the USS Constitution is there.
Right, I've been on it.
Right, it's a wooden ship, okay? Well, he hates smarmy people, and I don't like him either, right? So we go up there, and there's a African-American gentleman who's a history buff too, and he's dressed, I don't know if we had a Navy back then, but he had a sailor's uniform from that time period, wherever they wore then.
Nice, yeah.
I don't think we had U.S. Navy till way years later. And the guy's smiling on the ship, and he's greeting people, telling them, right. So Al goes up to him, and he asks him a question about the USS Constitution.
Right.
He says, very politely and very nicely, not smarmy or smart-assy, "Excuse me, sir, can I ask you a question? Was this ship a slave ship that we got and made into a regular U.S. vessel?" And the guy said, "Well, you said you asked me one question, but then you asked me two." And Al just turned and walked off. He was so infuriated. It's when people say it's more, they say, "Hey, Wid, can I ask you a question? Is that a new black jacket?" And you went, "You said a question, but then you asked me two questions." Al got infuriated. He could fry an egg on his head.
That's like a stock line for anybody who gives, anybody who gives a tour or anything like that. They always, they'll have something that they'll say that is swarmy.
Oh my God! But he did not like that at all. And guy could have said, "Yes, I've heard about that. Yes, it was, sir." Right? But when people say smart ass comments to you like that, well, so over the years past, life changes. You get in and out involved in things. Al got married and all had kids and had a daughter and all, and life goes on. Well, Al went back to his Revolutionary War outfit. Okay. I don't know what that was. The blue coats and the red coats. And he paid a lot of money. He paid several $100s or more.
I've seen then up close those.
It's made the exact same way it was made in the 1700s.
Right.
It's just authentically
the
made.
tri-corner hat.
Exactly.
And the.
Yes.
Hey, just a minute, man.
Yes, exactly right. So they were doing. I'll assume they did the Battle of Brandywine or the Battle of Germantown, a famous Revolutionary War battle where we fought the British. So Al re-ups. He's back in it again. He's all liking it. He's into it, and he's doing the maneuvers or the recreation of the battle in the woods. And he looks over, and the guy next to him is in the outfit, but he's wearing shoes from Payless Shoes. And Al's like, "What are you doing? You're supposed to be wearing authentic belt-buckle Barney shoes."
What do they call Brogans?
Brogans, right? Yeah. And the guy said, "They hurt my feet." And Al called me up and goes, "I'm done with this group."
A little infraction like that could cause somebody to quit their Revolutionary War reenactment group. That's, I guess, if they were Tom McCann's, maybe a little bit there, or trying to hide them.
But wait, now that's it for this story. All right, for this week's story, I have another story. We'll be telling more about him. One more story I'll tell.
And that was John Kensil with John Kensil Story Time.